town of Marrow Creek hadn't appeared on maps in over 60 years, and yet there it was, nestled between jagged trees and stitched into the folds of old hills like a forgotten scar. Vance Halbrook hadn't been looking for it. He was driving to visit his sister's grave in Clarkstown, took a wrong turn, and found the signs. Old ones. Wooden, sun-warped, half-covered in creeping ivy. Marrow Creek, 2 miles. The letters were burned into the wood, not painted. He slowed down, something knotting in his chest. He could have turned back. He didn't. The road narrowed and cracked, winding through a dense forest that pressed close to the asphalt like it wanted to swallow it. Fog hung low, thick and soupy, hiding the base of the trees. The scent of damp leaves and something sharper, like wet copper, filled his car. Vance glanced at the clock. 3:06 p.m. It felt later. As he crested a hill, the town revealed itself. Marrow Creek looked like it had been forgotten by time. No cars, no power lines. A dozen buildings in various states of decay sat huddled together like dying animals. A crooked steeple jutted above them, black against the pale sky. His headlights flickered, though it wasn't dark. Vance parked at what used to be a gas station. Weeds spilled from cracks in the pavement. The station's windows were smeared black like they'd been burned. He left the car running and stepped out. He told himself he'd just stretch his legs, maybe snap a picture. Show Hannah's grave he'd been somewhere strange, like they used to do. It was their thing when she was alive. Ghost towns, abandoned places. She believed they whispered. Vance listened, but never heard much. The wind shifted. Something did whisper. It came from the mouth of an alley between the gas station and a boarded-up diner. A woman's voice. Low, melodic. Vance froze, every hair on his arms rising. "Help me," it said. He stepped forward, past the rusted ice chest and the crumbling curb. The alley yawned, deeper than it should have been. No woman, just a shifting blackness, like smoke trapped in a bottle. "Hello," he called. The voice didn't answer, but the alley did. It breathed, just once, slow and damp like exhaling after a long sleep. He backed away and turned to the street. The buildings seemed closer now. Wrong. Angled toward him like watchers leaning in. There was movement in the steeple. Vance tried to shake it off. He wasn't here for some haunted town cliché. He was a man in mourning. That's all. The mind plays tricks. Hannah used to say that too, especially here where grief gets caught in old wood and clings like mold. Still, something tugged him down Main Street. He passed the barbershop. Its door hung open, and hair, matted, damp, human hair, coated the floor inside like fur on a slaughterhouse floor. A pair of scissors lay on the counter, blades open, rusted brown. The hardware store's window was cracked from the inside. Tools lined the shelves, hammers with dented heads, pliers crusted red, saws sharpened to a knife's edge. None of it made sense. He saw someone standing in front of the church. A little girl. She wore a white dress, but the hem was soaked in black, and her hair hung over her face like dripping vines. "Hey," Vance said, voice catching. The girl tilted her head. "I'm Vance. Are you okay? Are you alone?" She didn't move. Then, "You're late." The door behind her opened on its own. The church was dark inside. The kind of dark that doesn't come from shadows, but from things that don't want light. "Hi, what do you mean?" he asked. She stepped back. "She's almost finished." A sound like glass breaking echoed from inside. Vance blinked, and the girl was gone. He should have left. Got back in the car, driven until the sky changed and the trees stopped whispering. But when he turned to leave, the car was gone. Not just gone, vanished. The road behind him had collapsed into a gaping pit of ashen dust, like a throat waiting to swallow. And then the sun died. It didn't set. It simply stopped shining, as if someone had pinched the cord of the sky and unplugged it. The air went cold, silent. Then came the knock. Not on a door, on his chest, inside his chest, like someone was knocking from in him. He dropped to his knees. Something entered. Her name was Marnie. She had been buried a long time ago. Not under the ground, not properly. They'd poured her into the creek after. The real creek. The one the town was named for. The one that steamed at night and sometimes spat up teeth. Hands were shaking. Blood dripped from his nose. His ears rang with her voice. She was inside, not possessing, infesting. He stumbled back toward the diner. The front door was open now. A man sat at the counter, pale, bald, eyes like egg whites. His jaw had been sewn shut with copper wire, but he beckoned. "Get out of my head," Vance said. The man pointed behind him, at the kitchen door. "No," Vance said, backing up. Too late. The door swung open, and Marnie stepped out,